key full.
Is this the real life? Is this just fantasy? Caught in a landslide, no escape from reality. Open your eyes, look up to the skies and see. I'm just a poor boy, I need no sympathy. 'Cause I'm easy come, easy go, little high, little low. Any way the wind blows doesn't really matter to me, to me.
Well, I'm standing in the Eugene Goosens Hall with the 10 Tenors, one of Australia's most successful export music groups. They're, as described, 10 of them. They are tenors, and their ability to mix classical and rock and opera music has led them to an international career. And with me are two of the 10, Stuart Morris and Boyd Owen. Stuart, good, hello to you.
Hello to you too.
And
It's wonderful
Boyd,
to be
to you
here.
too as well.
G'day.
Stuart, you're the old man of the group.
I am.
How
Old
did
Man
it start?
Morris.
How did it begin?
Oh, look back on the day. It was a bunch of blokes together who wanted to make music, to not just study at the conservatorium and study music to hopefully one day have a career in their 40s. They decided, let's get out and make money now and take the music to the people. And in the early days, it was very much touring regional Queensland and outback Australia.
Right.
And taking the music to the people who don't usually, get the opportunity to.
So you were
hear
trained,
music
though.
like that.
You trained classically as singers at the beginning, did you?
Yes, yes, we were.
This isn't just a bathroom ensemble that began.
No, we are trained professionals. Absolutely. I'm also a trained Jedi as well.
Well, you see, but I'm amused. Well, I'm not amused, but I'm interested in the backgrounds because you, Stuart, I'll get to you in a moment, Boyd, but you come from a heavy metal background, Stuart, as well.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, that got me into music initially. I grew up listening to Megadeth and Slayer and whatnot, and when I decided that I wanted to go to university, I realised what could I go for, because I certainly don't want to be an accountant or a lawyer. I realised I like music, and that's going to be a fantastic reason to go to university and party on the weekends.
Okay. You tour around, as you say, you do these regional tours, but then you get a big break because a friend of yours says, like, I know a bloke in Germany, and anyway, the next thing you know, you're on a plane to Berlin, I think.
Yeah.
And you take up the story from there.
Yeah, we went to this cabaret venue in Berlin purely because someone who had seen the 10 Tenors before said to the owner of this venue in Berlin, "Oh, I've got a group who would be great for your venue, your cabaret venue." And you can imagine how many times he'd hear that in a year. But he took a punt, sent us an email and said, "Come over and perform for 4 weeks at this place called Barriere der Vernunft." And we did, and the crowds went absolutely crazy for it. It was only a small venue, seated about 300, but we sold out 6 nights a week for 4 weeks every night, and it was just... Yeah, it was huge, and the success went on to there, then into Hamburg, and then we started touring Germany, then on to Austria and Switzerland, and then we've done France. We're big in Norway now. It's just gone from strength to strength.
I know, the rest is history, as they say. As I say, you've been there from the beginning. Boyd, you're new to the group.
I am.
You must have looked at so many tenors. Why do they need more? But anyway, here you were. What was your beginning with the 10 tenors?
I didn't have a usual beginning. I actually got asked because someone had heard my CD and given it to management. And we all have different stories of how we came to be part of it. Either someone who just had a black suit and was kind of invited along right at the beginning, to now where, because we do spend so much time internationally, it's quite an involved audition process where we not only look at the singing, but also the personality, because we're together 24/7 in each other's pockets, in stuffy dressing rooms and in cramped plane seats. So you got to get on with the...
So it's a bit like a large group house. And I remember one of the tests for a group house was the potential housemate would be asked to put a record on, and and based on that you'd say yes or no.
Yeah, well, we get all the new recruits and we set them up and we ask them what their favourite song is, and then we just vote them out, and then whoever wins is the next tenor.
But Stuart, is it a bit like that on the road? Because I mean, you're all young blokes. You're living a fantastic dream in a way. But you are all cooped up with each other, I imagine, in cars and in hotels.
Yeah, look, it's great. People think we would argue and fight a lot, but we really don't. We're good mates on tour. If there is an argument, it's usually over in a couple of minutes, because I think boys couldn't be bothered spending time on pointless matters like arguing. So we sort it out. We'll go to the pub, and then
Have
it's
a
all
beer.
done.
It usually
Yeah.
covers a multitude.
If there's a really a big issue, we will go inside an MMA cage and just smack it out.
Yeah, young blokes, I have to ask you this because I know everyone will be wondering. You're a lot of young blokes on tour. You do have relationships, I know. Is it a case of what happens on tour stays on tour, or
Well, I'm
how do you
single,
manage? How do you
so
manage
I'm
all
like
of
this
that?
guy.
Well, yeah, there is definitely what goes on tour stays on tour, but we can't talk about it because I'm not on tour.
You're only talking to me right now.
Exactly. Well,
And the rest of Australia.
yeah.
Why tenors and why 10, Stuart?
I think it's like, why people like to watch car racing, because tenors sing up there right on the edge, and at any moment there's potential for an absolute blunder or a big crash. So, it's exciting repertoire. I think throughout the ages, even in pop music, it's that style of singing which has attracted people like Freddie Mercury, Axl Rose, Meatloaf are all fantastic tenors. That range where their voice sits, it just excites people to listen to it.
And you've sung, of course, in operatic roles yourself, Boyd. You know that the tenor he's always the love interest, the tragic love interest usually. Is that where it comes from?
Absolutely, but it's also almost a blood sport. People kind of go along to the opera, as he said, waiting for that moment where they fly up to the top note. Are they going to make it, that white-knuckled moment? And we like to put a lot of that into the new show in particular.
And you've found a mix which is highly appealing to people because it's not just classical music and it's not just opera. You can sing that too, but it's a whole mix of things. From Queen to the Beatles to Leonard Cohen.
Absolutely, and that's why we're so excited about the new album Double Platinum. We've put 2 discs together, and it's like the stars have aligned. It's our 10th year of international touring. It's obviously there's 10 of us, and we decided to get all of the best songs that people have loved for all the time. For example, Bohemian Rhapsody, and we've included new ones like Leonard Cohen's Hallelujah. We've got what else have we got in there?
We've got Anything for Love by Meatloaf.
And
Don't want to miss a thing.
Bit of Aerosmith.
Of course, there's Nessa Dormer's on there.
Yeah, and then across on the other side, for people who love us and know us classically, we've got Pierre Yezu, and we've got a bit
Bring
of
Him
Les
Home
Mis,
and-
Bring Him Home.
So if you ever thought that Meatloaf was ever going to make the classical repertoire, you'd probably be forgiven for thinking no. But with the 10 tenors, anything can happen. The tour is called Double Platinum. You're off now for what, a year's touring?
Yeah, we
Kicked it
just
off in New
we just
Zealand?
kicked it off in New Zealand, which is really exciting because whilst they love their music, they're quite a conservative audience, and they were up on their feet. We were often doing 3 encores in New Zealand. So then next week we start in, well, not next week, in August we start in Tasmania, work our way up, basically up to North Queensland, and then
Fabulous.
head across to Germany, then across to Europe, across to South America, across to Asia. Just rattle them off. We'll probably go
All right,
there.
and the album is out as well. We should hear something. What can we hear, Stuart?
We're going to do Leonard Cohen's Hallelujah.
Here we have it. The 10 tenors. Hallelujah, Leonard Cohen.
There was a secret chord that David played, and it pleased the Lord. But you don't really care for music, do ya? See, it goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall, the major lift, the baffled king composing hallelujah, 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 Your faith is strong, but you need proof. You saw her bathing on the roof, her beauty and the moonlight overthrew ya. She tied you to her kitchen chair. She broke your throat, she cut your hair, and from your lips she drew the hallelujah. Oh baby, I've been here before. I've seen this room and I've walked this floor. I used to live alone before I knew ya. And I saw your flag on the marble arch. Love is not a victory march. It's a cold and it's a broken hallelujah. Maybe there's a God above. All I've ever learned from love was how to shoot somebody who outdrew ya. Well, it's not a cry that you hear at night. It's not somebody who's seen the light. It's a cold and it's a broken hallelujah.
Do it again. Double?
I moved that. I thought I was